Hi everybody, Kira here at Unfurl, and today is day 3 of recovery from narcissistic abuse. So in our video today, we're going to have a look at our messiness. And if you have grown up in a house where you were not seen, where your big feelings were not understood, weren't met with kindness, you as a child would have been left holding a big tangled mess of emotions inside you, and the best we can do as kids is to boom, fly up into our heads and disconnect from those big feelings. But obviously they don't go away. They just hang around, tangled up in our body, and we pretty much spend the rest of our lives ignoring them to the best of our ability, except every now and again, people's actions, words, kind of bump off against them, and then we will flare up, react strangely, or shut down, or whatever your coping mechanism is to keep life out, to keep people away from seeing you and your big internal messy stuff. In a narcissistic relationship, we kind of know we've got this big tangled messiness inside of us, and it causes us such shame without us even knowing it. We kind of know that deep down we're messy. And then when somebody treats us badly in a narcissistic relationship, some part of us can't really fight back against that, because we kind of feel like, well, what they're saying is true, or I kind of deserve it, or if I leave this relationship, I'm not going to get better. So it's almost as if we know we have this messiness inside of us, and therefore it makes us unworthy of love. So in this art therapy exercise, I am going to invite you to meet your messiness. Now, nothing fancy required. Get your plain old paper, get your marker, your crayons, whatever is handy. And with your non-dominant hand, so if you're right-handed, use your left hand. If you're left-handed, use your right hand for this. Let your pen or your marker just go on a big wander around the page, squiggle around. You can swap between two hands if you want to. You can use two markers for this if you want, blah, 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 and literally put a big jumble of spaghetti on the page. And that is your big tangled mess of internal stuff. And trust me, this is not going to look like a pretty picture. This is going to look like a big mess on the page. And that's what it's meant to look like. And now, around the outside of the page, or around your big mess, I'd love you to put something that represents wrapping your arms around it. So whether you want to do that in a color that represents love, or a color that represents acceptance, kindness, let this line that goes around the page, it can look like arms if you want, but even just a line will do the job. Basically, you're just encompassing it, you're embracing it. And underneath the image, write, it's okay to be messy. And that's it. That is it. You don't know what that mess is yet. You don't know why you've reacted strangely over the years in ways that seem just so ridiculous or rude or unfathomable. And that's okay. You don't need to know that yet. But we're talking to the young part of you who is stuck holding that big jumble. And for the first time ever, you are the one meeting this jumbled, chaotic, messy, emotionally tangled up child with love and kindness. And this is so, so important. We're all messy. That is the nature of human beings. It's the nature of human relationships. So for this part of you to receive the message from you through this piece of art, it's okay. You're still worthy of love. You're still worthy of kindness. It changes something. So if you notice something coming up when you're making the piece of art, write it down. Write it down on the back of the image. Write it in your little notebook. Notice yourself. Are you resisting being hugged? No, my mess is bigger than anyone else's mess. It isn't worthy of love. Notice that. Notice your resistance to allowing yourself to love your messiness. Write that down. Or maybe you feel some sense of relief. Write it down. Just start noticing how much your own messiness has been pushed out of sight and making you feel like you can't show who you really are to people, because if they saw this big mess, they wouldn't love you. All right, that's it. Day 3. I will see you all tomorrow for day 4. Mind yourselves. Bye for now.